There's a few occasions throughout the time that we've been making this show that a car comes into our lives that makes this whole show have meaning, doesn't it?
It's heart.
Yeah.
Just has
For you, that
so
was the
much
Mirror.
heart. Yes.
For me, that was the 240 and the Mini.
Yep.
For you, that was that Too Sexy?
Oh, Too Sexy's earning its place, man.
Really?
What a car.
I mean,
on the dyno, just smashed it.
No doubt you saw what happened on the dyno.
Quite literally.
Yeah. But you know what? It's Too Sexy's reign, I think, is over. Every now and then, gods need to fall.
Dude.
And today is that day. Now, we've been talking about this for a little while. Too Sexy's been getting built up by Marty and Turbo Yoda, and they've done a fine job. But will that job be enough to beat what I am bringing to the table? Because today is the day that changes all of our lives forever. Today is the day that Too Sexy will fall. I've, of course, found a new car on the internet. As usual, I've bought it sight unseen. I sent a tow truck. It has arrived. And today, I'm about to show you what will defeat Too Sexy. So before you see this car for the first time, Martin, I just wanted to know if you wanted to give a eulogy.
I know that you bought an
I didn't
NX
get an Audi. I didn't get an Audi.
You've been talking about NX Coupes forever.
Do you want to give a eulogy for Too Sexy? Just to thank anyone that's followed the show.
Thank you, Too Sexy, for smashing everything in your path and continuing to smash everything in your path, including whatever he brings. Because it doesn't matter, because Too Sexy is just like the ultimate weapon.
It's true. Too Sexy did well in the past, except for the times it didn't and the time it blew up. But without further ado, it is time to bring in the competitor of Too Sexy. So hang right there, and what you're about to see is going to blow your ball hole 3 galaxies away. I'll be right back. Just give me a sec.
Anyone who's been watching our show for even a little amount of time will know that when this fine gentleman buys cars, it's almost always Nugget, it's almost always broken, and it's almost always Nissan. And he has been talking about Nissan NX Coupes for a while, and I know that Too Sexy, because it's just been dominating everything, like every car he's at...
Hello, mate.
No, you didn't. You bought a show car?
Dude, it is. I'm pumped from pushing it.
You bought a show car. Dude, hang on, wait. That was my idea.
What?
Buying a show car is my idea.
Everyone, this is a sex spec Evo. And finally, we have a real Evo on the show.
Oh
Here
my God, look at it.
It's incredible.
It's hideous.
It's incredible.
It's hideous and sort of amazing at the same time.
This is the same era. This is the same era as Too Sexy, as you can see. And this is the car that's going to smoke Too Sexy off the face of the planet, because I'm going to run through exactly why this car will basically beat any other car we've ever built.
What's 2WISTD?
What?
What's 2WISTD?
Are you serious?
What does it mean? Man, what the f was that?
What?
What the f are you doing?
Oh, sorry, man. I was just imagining how good this car's going to be when it's finished, when it's all working again, the music's pumping, it's back to its like sex spec prime, there's girls all over it. Like, I can imagine it. It's going to be freaking awesome. Welcome, everyone, to... This is the opponent and defeator of Too Sexy.
Lol.
And the first... What?
Defeat Too Sexy with this?
Yeah, of course. This is in the, the 11 years we've been doing the show. Finally, we have a real Evo on the show. So we obviously had Marty's Evo 10 and Too Sexy, but now, of course, we've got a real Evo at last, which is what everyone's been asking for. This is it. This is a 1996 Lancer sex spec show car. Now, sex spec is a style of modifying cars where you just put bulk money into it. And I know you're going to say, how much did you pay for this? And you're going to know when I buy cars, I pay too much. But I got a good deal. And I'll tell you about that in a second. This has had bulk money put into it, man. And so I want to give you a little tour and show you around because my excitement level is just through the roof right now. Do you like it?
Can I just run through the reasons why
this will beat Too Sexy?
No,
Run me through
because
it.
it's not going to be Too Sexy. I just want to run you through the reasons why this is not an Evo.
What do you mean?
It's not an Evo. Did you buy it thinking it was an Evo?
Of course it's an Evo. Hold this.
Dude.
Hold this. Hold that, man.
I can tell you.
Dude.
It's not an Evo.
It is an Evo.
It's not an Evo. Look at it. It's a CC Lancer Coupe. They're not Evos, man.
That's an Evo. It's an Evo.
Is that a 4G63?
Yes, it is.
A legit 4G63?
Yes, of course
Is someone
it is.
just put a rocker cover on a little...
No, it's an Evo, man. It's a full all-wheel drive conversion.
Dude, it's not all drive conversion.
No, it's not.
way.
No, it's not. But
If it was,
it's an Evo engine and it's got an Evo gearbox.
The engine's backwards.
What?
The engine's backwards.
Dude, the engine's perfect.
Too Sexy's engine starts there and the gearbox is over here.
Yeah, that's because yours is a Lancer. This is an Evo, man.
Dude.
Look at the money that's gone into this. Anyway, sorry, tell me all about why it's not an Evo again.
Firstly,
and me and the rest of the internet can just
Firstly,
wallet
it's not an Evo because that engine is, well, okay, it's an Evo engine. That's as close as you've gotten to it being an Evo, but there's a couple of other reasons why it's not an Evo. Firstly,
it's an Evo.
It's a CC Lancer. Notice the lack of rear doors. Evos have rear doors.
Not this one. This is a two-door Evo, like those special edition WRXs.
Notice the interior. That's far from Evo. Actually, I think those seats are from an FTO, which is like definitely not an Evo.
We'll get to the interior in a second.
If we just put oh, look at that. There's a fuel tank where the diff should be, and there's no drive shaft going to the back of the car, so that would make it even more not an Evo than it was.
No, that would make it Evo more than an Evo, because it's more. Dude, this is... Let's just cut to it right now. So this is the car that's going to defeat Too Sexy.
It's not going to defeat Too Sexy, man.
Come on, man.
No
this
way.
is because you're now battling real Evo power. None of this big block apparently in Too Sexy. Too Sexy is going to get smoked, and you know it. And the best thing about this car, I don't have to do anything to it at all. It's fully modded. Here you go.
Show me.
How much did it cost? How much did it cost? You paid too much. No, I didn't. Let me give you a tour. Let's start where the business happens, in the back seat. The interior, of course, is fully...
Wow.
I love it. No, I really like it. So it appears to be some kind of velour-y vinyl something with what we think might be snake skin. I think it's got snake skin accents. Now, as the passenger, of course, you get your own boost, your oil pressure, you get your own shift light and your monster tacho, which is incredible. I know what you're asking. Entertainment. How do you entertain the ladies in this car? Well, if they're not already just slipping over once they see you drive past because everybody's crying and all the tears are on the ground because their car's not as cool as this, you've got the full stereo system. Wait till you see what's in the boot. Wait till you see what's in here.
There'll be lots of practical boot space if it's an Evo.
Are you ready?
Wait for it.
Are you ready?
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that, everybody. Welcome to the early 2000s.
It's actually got a gooch, man. Like, that is... That's as Gucci as they come. Like, there's the... Like, it's got... You know, you got to clean in there and stuff.
Yeah. So...
You got a boot gooch.
There it is. Of course, we've got the body kit. It's like custom resprayed. We've got some...
If you love it so much, why is it already for sale?
No, that was the sign that was on there from before.
Oh.
In the cockpit down here, of course, you've got...
Emphasis on the word cock.
You've got your stereo and you've got your steering wheel that's also clad in all the same stuff. I still know what you want to know. You want to know how much did it cost. We're going to get to it, Martin. But first of all, I mean,
What is that?
That's the special, it's like a metal condom that goes over the gear knob. Down here, there's a switch. This is actual high boost, low boost.
Is it actually?
Like, yeah, it is. So it's like a two-stage boost controller. The wiring is a little bit iffy. There's a few things that I'm not really sure about yet. But that's it, everybody. That is Twisted. That's my new Evo. And basically, that is the car that will dominate Too Sexy. And I think, Marty, it's fair to say there's not enough room on this show for two sex spec cars. And ultimately, one of them's going to have to go.
Can I also just point something out?
Yeah.
It appears that you have stock Lancer. Oh my God. Dude, you've got stock CC Lancer drum brakes on the back.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken...
Wait till you see the front though, mate.
If I'm not mistaken...
Wait till you see the front.
Those are Evo 3 brakes.
That's right. Like I said,
Which is good. But Evo 3 have 4x114 point whatever it is. And Lancers are 4x100. So does that mean somebody bought a set of wheels that will work and then put those with a different stud pattern on the back so they didn't have to change the back to real brakes?
Look, let's talk about the
We did a whole
suspension
episode on how to do this.
Let's talk about suspension, Martin. You're right. They're different stud patterns, front and rear, and they're multi-fit wheels, so they fit on both. That's automotive perfection right there. That's automotive perfection. So let's talk about the price, because everybody wants to know about why I paid too much for this car. They're like, if you paid 10 grand for an HQ, you probably paid too much for this. Let me just run through some numbers of what dollary dues have gone out the door. Interior, I reckon it was $15,000. Paint, exterior, $15,000. Entertainment system, stereo speakers, $15,000. Engine, conversion, $15,000, that's 60 grand. There was the cost of the car back in the day, 15 or 20. I'm suggesting that's probably a total spend of maybe $75,000 or $80,000 to get this car like this, which makes this officially the most expensive car I've ever owned in my life.
Winning auto salon is priceless, dude.
And are you ready for the best bit? Are you ready for what? This is going to blow your wormhole 3 universes away from what you thought reality was. Right. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it. I'm pretty keen. What is it? Oh, it's registered. It's not registered, is it? You didn't get it with Rego. Has it been sitting in someone's paddock for like 10 years?
6 years, Martin.
6.
Are you ready? Wait for it. Wait for it. It's engineered. This is an engineered vehicle, everybody.
Why'd they black out their name?
This is an engineered vehicle.
Okay.
Martin, you can go through this in detail. Induction replaced, engine replaced, Evo 3 Japanese imported front cut. The replacement engine is designed to run on unleaded fuel. This feature has been retained. It meets the ADRs. Noise test, apparently it's not so good. Transmission replaced, drive shaft replaced, differential replaced, axles replaced, rear axles replaced, modified, replaced, modified. There it is. Want to go for a drive?
Well, sure. Can we?
No.
Does it not work?
No.
What do you mean it doesn't work? Hang on, how much did you pay?
I said it's worth $80,000.
Dude, it's not an $80,000 car.
It is.
It's probably
because when you modify a car and you sell it, your mods are worth money.
Okay, so you bought a non-working, heavy, sex spec, old Lancer with mismatched wheels and
it's perfect.
It's obviously been sitting in a paddock or a driveway for a long time, man.
Twisted.
2WISTD.
2WISTD, see?
Oh, too sexy, 2WISTD.
Too sexy versus 2WISTD.
I have a theory about what's actually gone on here, and my theory is that you love Too Sexy so much, you just wanted to get in on the action.
No.
Because if you bought like a 180 or something, you would have got smoked. Pretty much anything you could have bought would have got smoked. And this, not Evo, is awesome. It's got a fiberglass bonnet that weighs like 200 kilos, man. It's heavier than a factory one.
That's amazing.
Oh, I get it, for the cutouts, for these.
This is, I don't know if I mentioned this. This is a magazine cover car. This was on the cover of Hot Fours magazine.
For real?
Yeah, this car was one of the winning cars at Auto Salon for the all-wheel drive category of power. Yeah, it makes 180 kilowatts at the wheels.
All right.
180 kilowatts at the wheels.
Which is about 100 kilowatts shy of what it's going to need to get anywhere near Too Sexy.
No, because it's ready to go exactly as is.
I do have to say.
No one's asked me how much I paid for it.
I've asked you a few times and you won't answer me. Look how much effort has gone into this thing, man. Like, did someone
you're starting to believe.
Did someone, because I remember these guys do like, interiors and stereos, and they were like massive, especially back in the day.
Look at the detail,
when this scene started to kick off,
look at the
those guys were massive, and someone has walked in with a bunch of cash and gone, hey man, I want like the ultimate show-winning interior. They would have sat down for a meeting the same way people do buying houses and gone, let's talk about our snakeskin interior and our perforated vinyl. And like,
absolutely, a bunch of cash they got from a legitimate business.
There's different kinds of stitching in there. That whole interior has been like shaped out of foam.
There's a crazy amount of work, and you got to give it to them. Like they've
Look,
really
dude,
gone to town on it.
It says 2WISTD in the floor,
I
man.
know. It's amazing.
So keen.
How much would you pay for a car like this, Martin? Let's just be honest. Let's just be totally honest. So how much would you pay? What do you think it's worth? Let's get to the crux of the matter. You love it. It suits you.
So
Hold
much
on.
playing it.
Hold on. I'm just going to... Oh, yeah, it suits you, man. It suits you. Yes. So good. Martin, how much would you pay for it? What would you pay for this? What's it worth? Here's the truth. It's unregistered, but it is engineered.
But it doesn't work.
No.
So you bought a non-working
I've never driven it.
sex spec
It
show
doesn't
car.
start. It doesn't start. I've taken off the negative terminal from the battery because I didn't want it to catch on fire. But it doesn't work, man, at all.
I reckon this car is worth probably, conservatively,
12 grand.
$1,700.
Come on, man.
What?
Because now you're just taking the piss.
No, a normal CC Lancer is about $850.
Dude, it's got a JDM. That's a JDM Evo half cut.
And
up
I
the front
reckon
there.
all this stuff that's in it probably doubles its value, man. I reckon you've doubled the value of a stock CC Lancer with all this stuff.
So how much do you reckon it's worth?
$1,700.
No, that's a silly thing to say, Martin.
What are you talking
Martin,
about?
I think the let me show. I'm coming in. I'll tell you what happened.
So much play in that steering wheel. Far out. What's going on here?
So, from what I understand, Martin, I think originally they were asking 39 for it.
39, what, 3,900?
No. 39,000.
What, the person selling this car was trying to get $39,000 for a
Look at it.
12-year-old show car?
What
What,
do you
am I
mean?
looking at the Bunnings downlights that aren't sort of really...
Look at this, man. Look at it. It's amazing.
Do they work?
The one thing, no, none of it works. I was like going, why doesn't the stereo work? Let me show you why the stereo doesn't work, Martin.
Oh,
Because,
good.
see, I mean, all of this, it's got a little bit of work to do. See,
A little bit.
there's a little bit of work to do. But look, we'll get to the money in a second. But the first priority,
Don't get to the money now, man. You've said that like 5 times. How much did you pay?
the first
It's
priority,
worth $1,700, so how much did you pay?
it has been sitting, from what I understand, for like a number of years. Okay, so I got to do spark plugs, got to do oil filter, fuel filter, maybe injectors, maybe an ECU. I got to rewire up the stereo, get all the speakers going. Like, it is the best car that we've ever had on the show. It's the first time we've had an Evo. I did get it for a really good price. So from what I understand,
How much did you get it for?
But here's what I did. I bought this car via Facebook.
Are you
all
going
without
for a
talking to
career in
someone.
politics or something, man?
What?
How much did you pay?
I'm getting to that, but it's important that you get some context because it's all about policy, and we've done other things during our term in government. No, so I basically sent a message via Facebook and I just said, look, here's the deal. Because I love your car so much, I'm happy to buy it today. I'm happy to commit to a price and I'll just send a tow truck. Give me your PayPal details and this is how much I'll give you. And he wrote back, he didn't even argue. He's like, yep, absolutely.
So does
Just
that
come
mean
and
you
get
got
it.
a good price, or it was so rubbish that he just wanted to get rid of it?
Martin, it was $4,000.
This was $4,000.
Yeah, and you know that's cheap, don't you?
Too
You
Sexy
know it.
was $3,000.
You know it. No, this was, but is Too Sexy an Evo?
Yeah, it is now.
Come on, man.
But it's been turned into
Come
an
on,
Evo.
man. So there it is, everybody. That is my twisted sex spec car. It was $4,000. I'm going to get it working, and I can tell you now, mark
You
my
will
words.
not be defeating
I'm going to
so I'm gonna
thrash Too
defeat
Sexy,
230. You're
absolutely
not gonna
thrash
defeat.
it.
It's not gonna happen.
And there's only room for one sex spec car in this shed. And so I think we should just legit go. Whoever loses, that car just goes, and
There
then we
only-
can cruise in this.
There's only one sex spec car in the shed because Too Sexy is not sex spec.
Oh, because it's an Evo now.
Yeah.
Right, okay. But this is an Evo. So we have 2 Evos. Let me rephrase it. We only need 1 Evo, and we actually only have 1 Evo, which is this. So that's the battle.
We
Martin,
have one old Lancer with
you
an
can-
Evo engine and one slightly not as old and definitely not as rubbish Lancer
block. Big
with
block.
a big block Evo 4G 6.9.
naturally aspirated, right?
No, dude,
Sorry, that was a joke, because mine's turbocharged, because mine's a real Evo.
because it's factory and
So-
boring and slow.
So anyway, so Martin,
I
that's
love it, man.
Um,
I do love it though.
Oh, you do?
I think
a lot of work's
all
gone
the
into
cars
it.
you could have bought. Like, I appreciate how much effort and time went into this, and this
You
would
just
have
don't
been
think it's going to be fast.
so much
Yeah.
work, and it's just out of fashion.
Martin, I want to shout out to the original owner, whoever did this,
Yep.
because I reckon like you're pumping money into the
Man.
economy, and that's like, this is an epic project.
You would've
and
spent
B,
bulk dollars.
anyone who actually worked on the car, because the workmanship is actually
It's good.
like look at it.
It's painted
Like,
like it's,
look at what, like, the
it's
paint
just-
job
it's
is
just
really
weathered.
good.
This is just weathered. Like, this
Detail
would've
of
looked
what they've
amazing
done
when
is
it was
really
brand
good.
new.
So there it is, Martin. Thank you very much, everybody. This is Twisted. We will be getting it back to its former glory. And then you can mark my words, you will all witness this absolutely thrashing Too Sexy.
Not gonna happen.
At which point, Too Sexy will be available. So if you guys are interested in owning it, you want a really kind of a slowish pretend Evo track car, let us know in the comments, because Too Sexy will be available in the coming weeks or months, I guess.
Never going to happen. Don't bother.
And meantime, Marty and I
But you
will
could
be
buy an
rolling
ex-show
in
car,
this.
just like this guy did,
There it is.
for $4,000, allegedly, although I think you should probably pay $1,700.
No, that dude, $4,000 is a bargain. So, look, anybody out there that knows Evos, anyone that's an Evo owner out there, I know when you see this, you'll know $4,000 was a good buy. So there it is. Thanks for watching. Engineering papers ready to go. Receipts for all the work that's been done to it ready to go. Custom interior, engine, engineered stereo. It's incredible. So there it is. Don't yawn at me, man. What?
Oh, when are you going to get something fast?
What do you mean?
This isn't fast.
Dude, I've got a fast car already.
Dude, there's snakeskin, but someone's made this for the steering wheel.
It's incredible.
This has been made. Like,
See,
this
yeah,
is not, this is all
starting
custom.
to get one. You're starting to get one
Full
over.
custom. No, I always...
Here's the question.
I
If
thought
you could
this
just
was
have this or Too Sexy, what would you
Too
have?
sexy.
No, but you had to drive it around on the street.
Too sexy.
Really?
Yeah. All day.
Really?
All day, every day. It's blue. It looks cool. It's got a 4G69 big block. It's unique. It's of the time. Man, but like, this is a proper paint job too, hey? Like, this has got pearl in it.
It's amazing.
That would have been every single rubber and window and thing off. Wow.
So anyway, I'm going to get the car working.
Hey,
and then
what
it
colour do you
will
reckon
be
it was originally?
a Too Sexy versus 2WISTD battle.
What colour
Thanks
was
for watching, everybody. See you on the racetrack. And farewell. Rest in peace, Too Sexy.
Not
And
rest in peace, Too Sexy.
No, Too Sexy was a great entertainment for everyone, man. But now it's time to do real cars. See you later, everyone. And thank you for watching.
Get in from underneath the boot.